gain. 1st and 15. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
60 out more.
Here you go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
On first down, Cochran. That was huge after being behind the chains on first down to make this second very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on first down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually opens up your playbook on second down. You can run it, you can throw it, you keep a defense off balance. I like that phrase, stand ahead of the chains, and they're doing exactly that.
2nd and 5. He's got the connection to Cooper. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run on first down. It's Cochran, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1.
Ready, set.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Ready.
They'll start here with Jackson. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 99 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? A big play that time for the Ravens. And even 50 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Lowry. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Off the play fake. Lowry. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Lowry. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. On 4th down, Lowry. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Cochran. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Let it well, and it's picked. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hard. 10. Watch the eye.
Leo. Snap.
They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
On the double.
Hey, we got Mike 50, huh? I'm coming after you. Out. Kill. Shoot. Check.
Speed grip.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Rock it. Ready?
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And some room to work. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Ty Johnson, 64 yards. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the safety creep. Watch twist. Watch the twist. Shift. Hey, watch it. Watch it.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check 99. He's checking. Crash. Kill.
Hey, lock it. Get it.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Let's go.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cochran. He's going to have the 1st down past the 20 as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Throwing on 1st down. Lowry. Over the middle, complete. That's Cochran. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And off his back foot, he'll heave this. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. I'm coming.
Ready.
They'll try and throw for it here. He can run for it, and he will. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get there.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Yes, yes.
Hey, 50. 50 the mic. 50 the mic.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Check. Watch the shift.
Go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
The 16-yard line.
Go.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. All you get is a headache. Mike 50. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Score.
The field. Shift.
49, check 49. Check.
Look at me. Go.
Check. Crunch.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this one complete to Smith. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 25 yards that time. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the carry, it's Jackson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Delta.
Mike's 50, Mike.
22 jet bomber.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Switch. Wide. Get wide. Deuce. Switch. Check.
Hey, high 7. Get it.
2nd and 13. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, Haywood.
58, boys, 58, 58, Mike. Hey, I'm coming after you.
Hey, Sam off.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Now back to throw. This is caught by Jackson. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 14. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Hard. Smith. Shoot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Jackson. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Danny. Slam. Hey,
Leo.
check. First
Snap.
2nd and 3. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A great play there with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd down, it's Cochran. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
56.
Now they try the right side here. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Cochran. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens cut into that lead. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47.
Alert flare.
Check 13. Check 13.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Hey.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's caught. Smith. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Vincent Smith, 47 yards. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Set 30 base.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Pick the edge. Pick the edge. Come. No. Off.
Hey, lock it.
Kill. Turn it up.
Hit it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He completes it to Evans. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Go.
Check three. You go tight. You got tight. You got.
Look at me. Go.
Come on, switch it.
5.
They'll try the left side. Divine. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
You're out. Get it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Divine. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it, 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Check 25.
Rush in.
Look. Squeeze. Now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take it to next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Bengals, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they obviously fall to